This is Optimal Startup Daily, episode 65, 7 Steps to Staying Sane When Getting Negative Feedback by Stella Grizont of Woopaah.com. And I am your host and narrator, Dan. Happy Friday to you. Hope you've had a great week so far. This is where I read to you from some of the best blogs covering entrepreneurship, freelancing, and more. For now, let's get right to the post as we start optimizing your life. 7 Steps to Staying Sane When Getting Negative Feedback by Stella Grizont of Woopaah.com. Your business is like your baby, and if someone says it's ugly or that something is wrong with it, it's only natural for you to go a little crazy inside. If you're enlightened enough to not be emotionally attached to your business, hearing negative feedback still isn't easy because it points to more work and the fact that maybe you're just not where you need to be as a leader. Here's what you need to know about how to receive negative feedback from your employees and others in your life about your business or how you run it. 3 things you must know about negative feedback. 1. It's not you, it's your brain. Our brains have a negativity bias, which means that our attention automatically focuses on what's wrong, bad, or threatening almost twice as much as it focuses on the good stuff. 2. It's true. No pain, no gain. Dealing with the discomfort of negative feedback is like lifting heavy weights. It doesn't feel good in the moment, but it's helping you build a stronger business and a more resilient attitude. Avoid avoiding the feedback. Welcome it. 3. Stick to the facts. If your employees tell you they don't like the new product description you came up with, it doesn't mean you have an unworthy product, it just means you need a copywriter. How to handle it. The 7-step plan to sanity. Let's imagine that a long-time, trusted employee just barged into your office unannounced with some negative feedback, a combo of constructive comments and some rather destructive, borderline personal ones. Your goal is to stay calm, receive the necessary information, and move on quickly and peacefully. Here's how. 1. Listen actively. More than 80% of communication is nonverbal, so use your body to communicate, "I hear you." Unfold your arms and legs, nod regularly, and lean towards the employee. Keep your voice calm and friendly. 2. Stay curious. Regardless of the quality or validity of the feedback, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What am I seeing that I wasn't aware of before? This helps mitigate defensiveness. 3. Don't interrupt, especially to defend yourself. By exercising control of yourself, you will feel more in control of the conversation. If the feedback is meant to rile you and you don't take the bait, your employee will ease up naturally. 4. Say thank you. It's taken time, courage, and lots of reflection for your employee to share his thoughts. Whether or not you agree with him, let the first thing you say be authentic and appreciative. First off, I just want you to know that I really appreciate the thought and time that you put into your sharing this feedback. Conversations like these help us grow. 5. Recap what you heard using the employee's language. Not only is this satisfying to the employee because he feels he has been heard, but it helps you both process the discussion. Bonus points if you say I instead of you when possible to signal your ability to take responsibility. For example, I am hearing that the way I handled the meeting on Friday led to a lot of confusion, versus, it seems like you don't know what's going on. 6. Give yourself some space. It's really hard to thoughtfully respond in the moment, so build in some padding time. For example, again, I really value your feedback. If you don't mind, I'd like to give this some quality thought. I have a packed week, so can I get back to you next Thursday? 7. Close honorably. Follow up with your response when you promised. Thank the employee again, recap what you heard, share what you think, and what action, if any, you'll take. Example. Thanks again for your feedback. I understand now that I wasn't as clear as I could have been on Friday. Moving forward, I'll have Nancy send out a recap of next steps so we avoid confusion. Dealing with your employees. These 7 steps can be used to deal with negative feedback coming from anyone, from your employees to your mother-in-law to your dry cleaner. But when dealing with an employee, you may want to consider more specific steps to receive and grow from the feedback. Consider this. 1. Make it easy and regular. Hold regular office hours or create a weekly town hall meeting, like Google's founders, and take any questions or comments as they come up. This shows transparency, courage, and care. And 2. Validate what you're hearing with some research. Conduct some one-on-one conversations with key stakeholders and send out an anonymous survey using surveymonkey.com to gather more information. Dealing with your significant other. We tend to have more boundaries at the office than we do at home, which can lead to some messy conversations. Create agreements about how and when to get negative feedback from your spouse, especially as it relates to your business. 1. Pick a good time to talk about it. Help your sweetheart read your signs. For example, calmly request, "Honey, I really value your feedback. At the end of a hard day, I'm not able to really listen as attentively as I'd like to. Weekends are better, or if I have advance notice, at least I can get in the right headspace." 2. Discuss how you want to receive feedback and why. Are you the kind of person that likes to small talk and gently make your way into a difficult conversation? Or do you just want it direct and to the point? "Sweetheart, it's really hard for me to only hear negative feedback. It would be really helpful if, in addition to what you think we could do better, you also mention what we do well. Otherwise, I feel really deflated." Dealing with your peers. Even though our friends want to help, sometimes they just don't understand. Consider this. 1. Where is the feedback coming from? Is the feedback coming from experience, or is it just an opinion? Does this person truly understand your business or accurately represent your customer? If not, get a second opinion. 2. Just say, "Thanks for sharing." You aren't responsible for responding to everyone, especially to a friend or peer. Just say, "Got it. Thanks for sharing your thoughts," and move on. You just listened to the post titled 7 Steps to Staying Sane When Getting Negative Feedback by Stella Grizont of Woopaah.com. And thank you to Gusto. Now, instead of reading a script about Gusto's payroll and benefits, we wanted to tell you what small business owners say, the people who use Gusto every day. Here's what one business says. "With Gusto, I think of payroll as a 30-second job. The website is so friendly and a joy to use." Friendly payroll? You don't hear that every day. Amy from Utah says, "I love Gusto so much. They do our medical, dental, vision, and life insurance. It's so painless, it's like going to the spa. And we have great options and rates even though we're a super small team." Health insurance? Like going to the spa? Wow. And here's what Amneat says about Gusto's support team. "Whenever something comes up, I reach out and literally 24 hours later, they tell us what to do or assure us that they've already handled it for us. Smart technology and friendly humans? That's cool." Honestly, the list goes on, and right now, our listeners get 3 months free when they go to gusto.com/OSD. Yep, 3 months of payroll, benefits, admin, and more, totally free. Again, that's gusto.com/OSD. gusto.com/OSD. And thank you to Stella. She works with overachievers who are seeking deeper career fulfillment and with organizations who are dedicated to elevating the well-being of their employees. It all started in a dark room after eating lots of M&Ms. She was a brand strategist and had been sitting behind a hidden mirror observing moms of toddlers talking about snacks for over 5 hours. She couldn't take it anymore and escaped to the bathroom. That was just one moment. She had many more like that in her journey to finally find work that she loves. It took her 10 years, and she doesn't want it to take you that long. And that's why she founded Woopaah. In the last 12 years, Stella has coached over 1,300 individuals in 17 countries. Some of Stella's corporate clients include Google, Johnson & Johnson, and more. And she's got a lot to share. So come by Woopaah.com for a lot more. That's spelled WOOPAAH.com. And that is going to do it for today here at Optimal Startup Daily. I thank you very much for listening and for being a subscriber of the show. Have a very happy Friday and great start to your weekend. And I'll be back here with you tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.